Hi everybody, you're very welcome to this week's 20-minute daily reset. We're going to be focusing on glutes and hamstrings today. So when you're ready, let's go over our setup. You have hip width the size of 2 fists between your feet and your knees. Your shoe size roughly heels to glutes. And you can roll your back down onto the mat. Check in with your pelvis position, imprint your spine onto the mat and arch. Roll your lower back onto the mat and arch. Feel the difference between those two pelvic tilts and then find the center for neutral. You have a gentle curve in the lower back. Tailbone heavy, lower ribs heavy, hands onto the rib cage. Inhale through the nose, open the ribs wide. Exhale through the mouth. Knit your ribs in and down. Twice more. Once more. Whenever you're ready, hands by the sides, shoulders back, lower ribs heavy, gentle chin nod. Get your brain gently into the pelvic floor. It's like you're holding in wind. It's like you're holding in a drop of pee. So feel those muscles lift. Scoop your belly to trace up along your back and knit your ribs in and down. Inhale to prepare. With your exhale, find your pelvic floor. Scoop your belly up along your back and knit your ribs in and down. Once more. Breathe in to prepare. With your exhale, switch on your core. Lift your left knee into tabletop. Lower ribs are heavy. Breathe in. With your exhale, switch on lift the right knee. Squash your knees and ankles together. Bring your brain towards the center line of the body. Keep squeezing the knees together. It's as if you have a €50 note between your knees. You don't want it to drop. And another 50 between your ankles and you don't want it to drop. So keep drawing that attention into the midline. From here, can you use your lower abs to imprint your spine onto the mat? Keep the knees still and then release to neutral. So we're not doing this with the knees. Your knees are steady, squash knees and ankles together. Push your lower back into the mat and release. Let's do 8. 7. 6. 5. Scoop the belly, imprint and then release. 4. Are you still squeezing your knees and ankles together and release? For 3, scoop through the core and release. For 2, waking up from the inside out and release. Last one, exhale and inhale. You can repeat that or we're going to make it bigger. Scoop your belly, knit your ribs, draw the knees in and then release to neutral. So lower ribs are heavy. Exhale, inhale. 5, exhale. You don't have to peel very far, just lower with control again. 4, you don't have to peel many of the vertebrae off the mat at all. And inhale. 3, exhale, scoop through the core and inhale to gently release. 2, exhale and inhale. Last one, scoop through the core, exhale and inhale. So we really feel the stability around the lower back, waking up those lower abs. We're going to prop ourselves up onto our elbows, open up the chest, press the chest forward. So think about actually putting less weight into the elbows by scooping through the core and pushing the chest forward. We're not arching the back. You scoop the belly, knit the ribs, and then lift your heart up. Relax your shoulders. Toes together, knees apart. You want to really maintain that gentle tuck in the tailbone so you're not going forward, especially with this external rotation in the hips. So scoop through the center. When you're ready, keep the middle of the body completely still. You're going to exhale to tap and inhale to lift. Exhale and inhale. Heart is forward, chest is open and proud. And inhale. Let's go for 8. 7. 6, and if you want to adjust, the arms could be straighter. 5, 4, so adjust to whatever suits your neck. 3, 2, last one. When you're ready, straighten out the legs, scoop the belly, knit the ribs. We're going to exhale over towards the left without the hips twisting. So keep your hips steady and stretch the outside leg to semicircle towards the left. Then we're going to separate the legs and bring it back together to the left again. Exhale and inhale. Exhale to the left, separate, stretch the legs and inhale. 5, chest is open. 4, 3, so we dip, you open, and you come back to the center. 2, last one, take more breaths if you like. Exhale, stretch the legs, and inhale. Stretch through the ankles, we're going to the right. Exhale, split the legs, and then come up for that circle. Exhale to the right, stretch the legs, split, keep reaching through the ankles, and then up for 5. For 4, exhale to the right, stretch the legs, split the legs, and come up through center. For 3, and you can build these up as the days go on, it's a lot of strength for our hip flexors. For 2, exhale, split the legs, stretch through the legs, and come up. Last one, maybe you do 3 today and build it up to 4 or 5 tomorrow or the next day. Hug your knees in, relax the hip flexors, rock your knees from side to side, let your head out from side to side. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Squeeze your knees and ankles together, roll it forward and prop yourself up again. You can adjust it so that it's bigger and your arms are straight if you prefer. Stretch your legs out in front, squeeze the knees and the ankles and open the chest up. Now we're going to exhale down through center, split both legs apart and circle up. Exhale to press down, use your core, and inhale to circle up. Let's go for 5. For 4, open up the chest. For 3, keep stretching through the ankles and inhale. For 2, lengthen the legs. Put your brain into your ankles so the hips relax a bit. Last 2, exhale and inhale. Last one, upper spine is lifting, lower spine is gently curling. And you can roll it down and hug your knees in. Rock your knees from side to side, let your head out from side to side. Take a deep breath in and out. So we've woken up our core as well as the front of the hips. Now we're really going to get into strengthening the hamstrings, the back of the body through some shoulder bridges. So place your feet down. Your feet are hip width and parallel. Shoe size heels to glutes and check in with your pelvis, hands by the sides. Take a breath in. With your exhale, switch on through the center, pelvic floor, abs, ribs. Inhale, open the ribs wide. Exhale, connect to the middle of the body, connect through the center and roll your back into the mat. Peel your tailbone into the lower back, one bone at a time, mid back, one bone at a time, and upper back. If your feet are too far away from your bum, it's going to be hard to control this, so make sure you're able to anchor down through your feet. Press into your big toes, little toes and heels. Tuck your tailbone slightly so there's loads of space through the lower back and you open up the front of the hips. Then we want to maintain this position. Hold it here, pushing into your feet, especially the big toes so the knees don't open out to the sides. Have that integrity through the inner thighs, down through the knee, down into the ankle. And we're not back bending. So again, there's that gentle tuck from the tailbone and your brain can get into your pelvic floor, abs, rib connection. You're going to push into your toes and lift your heels and then lower. You want to make sure you're not rolling out on the ankles. So think about the big toe and nice and strong through the front of the ankle. Exhale and inhale. How steady can you keep the spine? 8, 7, 6, 5 can be big or small with the ankle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into your heels, so wake up your glutes a little bit more. We feel that work through the back of the legs. Push down into your left leg and we're going to lift the right leg up. Point your toes, it's a 90-degree angle behind the knee. The spine is steady, you're going to tap the toes and lift. This is more about the leg that's not moving. It's more about feeling your hamstring strengthen on that side. So we exhale and inhale. 5, 4, 3, stable through the middle. 2, and 1, really pressing into your supporting leg. Slowly lower this right leg down, plant down through the foot, put your attention into the big toe, the little toe, the heel. Now release the left leg into a tabletop position. Get your brain into the foot that's planted through the ground. Stabilize the spine. Exhale, toe tap, inhale, lift. We have 5. 5, 4, steady with the spine. 3, push into your foot more. 2, last one. Slowly lower the weight of this moving leg. Lift the hips if they've dropped. Tuck your tailbone. Scoop through the core. You're going to tap your tailbone, then push into the feet to lift. That can be halfway, or you can go all the way to the ground. You shouldn't feel this in your lower back, so take a break if you need and come back when you're ready. Or maybe do more of the reps tomorrow and less today, let it build up. Otherwise, push into your feet. We inhale and exhale. Feel your glutes and hamstrings. 8, keep it slow. You want to feel the legs switching on. 7, put your brain down through the knees, down into the feet. 6, don't force the back, just feel the glutes. 5, inhale and exhale. 4, the front of the hips are nice and open when you come to that top position. 3, inhale and exhale. 2, last one, inhale and exhale. Stretch your body, so lengthen out the whole body and lower down one vertebra at a time. Upper back, mid back, lower back, release. Hug your knees in to get a bigger stretch through the lower back. Rock your knees from side to side. Let your head out from side to side. Take a deep breath in and out. When you're ready, we're going to come to a side kneeling position. So you can meet me on your mat in a side kneeling position. You're going to lengthen your left leg out, so we're balanced on the right knee. And your knee's underneath your hip, so feel this. I'm planting my toes down with my foot parallel to the edge of the mat, but it's okay if your toes veer slightly outwards. Just make sure you feel planted and secure through the leg to start with. Hands just gently go behind the ears, and you're going to lengthen your ribs away from your hips. So we're going to just strengthen all the connections from our obliques down through our hip, our opposite shoulder to our opposite hip. And then we're going to get into the outside of the hamstrings and the glutes a lot more. So we're going to inhale. I think about lifting up and out. And then exhale. We don't want our hips to move. So steady with the hips, hip above your knee. Inhale and exhale. Keep going here. You can push your hips forward and your head slightly backwards. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up and over. Not a very big movement. Feels big though. Inhale and exhale. Just for 5, relax your shoulders. 4, lengthen the neck, ribs away from the hip. 3, inhale and exhale. 2, push the floor away so you're tall, there's integrity through the legs. Last one, inhale and exhale. Reach the arms out. We're going to come to a side bend, fingertips on the ground. This is going to help us to keep pushing through the knee, but if that gets too much on your fingers, the hand can go down fully. So you can adjust the hand if you like. And we're going to float that outside leg. Flex at the ankle, push through the heel. This is really going to work the stabilizers. So we have this isometric hold through the outside of the leg. Relax the shoulders. We feel the outside of our glutes, the outside hamstring working, and hold it here for 8, 7, push into the knee so the hand relaxes. 5, 4, line up your neck. 2 and 1. Very slow pulses. 8, 7, 6. More work through the legs, less through the hand. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now smaller and quicker. 8, 7, keep reaching. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Lower the leg down and go for a stretch. So stretch it forward and point the toes, then reach that top arm overhead. You're going to feel a big release through the outside of the body. Take a breath in and out. And let's do all of that on the second side. So we have our kneeling position first. You're going to lengthen the right leg out. Choose your foot position, but anchor the foot down. And our knee is underneath our hip with that left side. Push down through the leg, lengthen through the spine. Feel the grounding and then the reaching towards the ceiling. Fingertips gently behind the ears. Lengthen your ribs away from your hips. Push the hips forward slightly, the head back slightly. Scoop through the center. Lengthen as you inhale. Lengthen as you exhale up and over. We have 5, 4, inhale and exhale. 3, relax the shoulders, lengthen the neck. and exhale. 2, inhale and exhale. Last one, you're not going very far, but keep the hips nice and steady. Reach the arms out, fingertips down, but it could be the full hand if that suits you better. Lengthen and float that outside leg, flex at the ankle, push through the heel. So make sure that our hip stays above the knee. Hips slightly forward, head slightly back, zip up through the center, line your head up. Relax the shoulders, push more into the knee, reach more with the floating leg, and it relaxes your fingertips. We're holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. Slow pulses, up and up. 8, 7. Remember where your attention is going to relax the fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Smaller, quicker. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Point your toes, reach and stretch. Then add the arm into the stretch. Take a breath in and out. And when you're ready, the obliques can pull you back up and relax your shoulders. We're going to come to a side lying position. So if you want to lie down onto your right side first, so we swap the leg that we're moving, we're going to bring the bottom leg forward at an angle. So if you're nice and straight on the mat, that bottom leg is going to go to the front corner of the mat at a diagonal. You're going to bend the top knee so our hip is externally rotating, and you're planting your toes down. It's okay if the full foot wants to go down. Relax your shoulders. You could lie down flat if you like. We're going to stretch and lift that bottom leg. We don't want this to be easy, so you keep centered and you really lift as high as you can where you start to feel a shake. So yes, we feel our adductor muscles. We're also getting that inside hamstring here in an isometric version. So we're kind of targeting the hamstrings from a different perspective today. Less stretching, more of these isometric holds and then a little pulsing. So we lift and reach it here. Keep reaching through the ankle. Lengthen the center of the body. Relax the shoulders. Get it a little bit higher if you can. We're holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now slow pulses up and up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Lengthen the neck. 3, 2, and 1. Now quicker and smaller. How steady can you keep everything else? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower that down. Relax your hip. We're going to do that on the second side. So you can take your time swapping over. Nice straight line. The bottom leg comes slightly forward and you press it down. The top knee bends behind you. Make sure it doesn't collapse forward, so you open out. We externally rotate the hip. And then we're going to float that bottom leg. The hand can help you balance. Relax the shoulders. Float it somewhere nice and high where you feel the muscles start to work. We feel the inner thigh here a lot. It's also going to get our medial hamstring, just the hamstring on the inside. Reach through your toes, your ankle, your knee, and your hip. And of course, a lot of us are feeling our bum muscles burn here as well. Maybe we'll feel them more tomorrow if you don't feel them right now, as those slow twitching fibers catch up with the exercise. We're holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep reaching higher. 2 and 1. Slow pulses upward. 8, 7. How steady is everywhere else? You need to use the abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Center yourself, stabilize yourself, and we have small, quick pulses. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower it down. Relax that out of your hip. We're going to come to a cross-legged position. Tuck your tailbone under and crawl the fingers forward. Lean into the hips for a nice stretch. Take a breath in and out. When you're ready, walk it back in. Reach the arms out. Just a quick side bend in both directions. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Same with the neck. Look down and up. Look down and up. Back to the center. ear to the shoulder to the center, ear to the opposite shoulder to the center. Once more each side, ear to shoulder and center, ear to shoulder and center. We're going to come all the way down onto the belly whenever you're ready. Really small looking exercise, but let's deeply connect and feel this exercise. So you can prop yourself up, or you can lie down flat onto your forehead, whatever suits you. Shoulders down your back, tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly, knit the ribs. So instead of this, you're lifting through the center. We're going to open our knees out so that our knees are kind of towards the outsides of our mat. And then we're going to bring our feet in to meet each other. Flex at the ankles so it's the heels together and toes apart. The knees are nice and wide. Very important here that we don't feel any tension in the lower back. So scoop through the center. Use your core. Now it's going to be really hard to lift the knees, but you feel your bum muscles kicking in straight away. We don't want this to happen and it to come from the back. So scoop through the center, stabilize, lift and lower. You can do that with your upper body down like this or up. I'm choosing up just so that I can talk to the camera, but choose the one that suits you. So flexing the ankles, really tiny. You feel your bum muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can you hold it up so your knees don't touch the ground now? Scoop the belly, knit the ribs. It may draw your upper body closer to the mat. Really tiny pulses without the knees touching the mat. That's extra hard. If that annoys your back, go back to the first version. How still can you keep your spine? The bum muscles are on fire now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now stretch it out. Your glutes will be happy for that, and shake it out. Bring the legs nice and close together so they almost touch. Let's cool down with a back extension. Shoulders down your back. If the elbows and the hands are further away from you, you're not going to come as high. If they're closer, you're going to come higher. So you choose and adjust as long as your shoulders stay away from your ears. Shoulders down, lengthen the neck forward. Inhale to peel. And exhale to lower. Just let your back relax. And as you repeat this class and the days go on, you get used to the move that's about to come. And if I'm still instructing it, you can go straight into it with extra reps and then listen out to my instructions to connect a little bit deeper. So inhale to peel, lengthen the neck. Exhale, lower down. Visualize the spine moving one link at a time. This can be big or small, whatever suits your back. We never force it. Exhale to lower. Reach through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips. Inhale to peel and exhale to lower. Inhale, shoulders down your back. Lift through the crown of the head and exhale to lower. Just 3 more. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. 2 more. Once more. And you can let that go and relax it out. Push back onto all fours. Let your back adjust. And we're done. Thank you so much for joining me for this 20-minute daily reset. It's so valuable to do this programming every day for our posture, for injury prevention, for toning, for flexibility, for our mood, for blood flow, for the breathing, for how we sleep. So it all adds up, and I really appreciate those of you that are along with me for this daily 20-minute Pilates journey. So thank you again for doing the class. Let me know if ever there's anything you'd like me to film and work on, and I can design a class around any of your suggestions. Thank you so much. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Do this absolutely every day that you can to make sure that you get the most out of it and feel as wonderful as you can. Thanks everybody. I'll see you on our next class.